Kia ora tātou, and welcome to the launch of 1 Minute Crying Time, Barbara Ewing's memoir. I'm Nicola Leggett, the publisher at Massey University Press. Thanks for joining us by these slightly unusual means. We were to have launched Barbara's book at the Women's Bookshop in Auckland in April, and she was also to appear at the Auckland Writers' Festival. But of course, lockdown has intervened and thrown our plans into disarray. So it's wonderful, while Barbara's been waiting in Auckland, trapped and not able to go home to London, to be able to finally launch her book, now that bookstores are open online and soon at level 2 able to open their doors. I've absolutely loved working with Barbara on this book. She's a fascinating woman who has had an incredible life, and she's also a gifted writer. With this book, she's really gone out on a huge limb. It's candid, it's powerful, it's incredibly honest, it's unflinchingly true, and it's enormously engaging. I know you'll absolutely love it. I have the great privilege through this virtual launch of standing virtually with two women who are not only accomplished actresses but also marvellous speakers of te reo Māori, and that's why we're so thrilled, and Barbara and I are both thrilled, that the wonderful Jennifer Ward-Leland Te Atamira has agreed to launch Barbara's book, and you'll be hearing from her shortly. But meantime, please do welcome Barbara, and thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, welcome, nau mai, hara mai, to this very strange book launch of mine. I'm so glad you're all here. Oh, to my Pākehā friends and family, I'm so sorry I haven't seen you, and I miss you all. Ki taku whānau Māori me aku hoa Māori. He moke taku ngākau. However, this is how it is. And I welcome you all with my glass of wine, which I'm being very careful not to drink too much of yet, to my book launch. Oh, usually you're so used to being here. You're used to having a drink with Carol in her lovely women's bookshop. Thank you, Carol, wherever you are. Carol Bow of the Women's Bookshop has always given me a launch, and all my family and friends have always been there. So I'm sorry that I'm not actually seeing your faces this time. Thank you, Carol, for making it all so wonderful every time. And even this time, you've had a big hand in it. Thank you. Well, 1 minute crying time has happened because some years ago, I had decided to throw away, get rid of all my old journals and diaries and letters, just everything. It was high time that they were all burnt. And some friends had agreed to have a bonfire in England, and I was just putting them all in boxes and sticking sticky tape over them, and they were all going to be burnt. And I made the fatal mistake of just looking at just a couple of the very early entries for the 1950s, the very early ones. Now, I'm sorry to say this, but will you please think, it's nearly 70 years ago. I was holding things that I'd written nearly 70 years ago, and it became very clear to me very, very quickly that I was holding historical documents, not just about me and my friends and the people I knew, but about our country also. So, I'm a writer. I started writing, reading through interminable teenage diaries and all sorts of things, but making sure that I was telling a story which began to emerge and which I knew should be told. And then I thought, no, I can't. No, I can't do it. But several people who had seen what I was doing, seen very early drafts, said, you will do it, you will keep on doing it, and you will finish it. So I did. And the result is 1 minute crying time. And I have to thank Nicola Leggett at Massey University Press for having the courage, or the foolhardiness perhaps, to publish it, and for keeping me and my diaries and my story in a straight line. Thank you, Nicola. And I have to thank one more person as well, who I don't know yet, And that is my thanks to, it seems so mad, Jennifer Ward Leland, Te Ata Mira. Oh, kia ora, wherever you are, kia ora, me ngā mihi nui ki a koe, e Te Ata Mira. Jennifer has had this book, and since she read it, she has been totally supportive of it, has told people about it, and I am so grateful to her because, of course, we were interested in the same things, but our stories are very, very different because of us being in different generations, but we were both interested in the performing arts, in the theatre, in acting, and we were both very interested and loved te reo Māori. Ko ngā mihi nui ki a koe, Te Ata Mira, wherever you are. Cheers. Now this is going to be the shortest reading that anybody has ever heard at a book launch. I'm going to read the first diary entry and the last diary entry, and to my surprise, they're both on boats. And I had not realised until tonight that they were. Between them is 11 years of things that happened to me and to other people that affected my life for the rest of its years. You will see the difference between the diary entries. The first one is written, it's my first diary entry ever, 1st of January 1951. Stayed up on New Year's Eve to sing Auld Lang Syne at midnight, drank ginger ale with Mum and Dad and Andrew. Ross was asleep. Tonight we left Wellington for Timaru, a calm night. We are sailing across Cook Strait on the Rangatira. And the last entry in the book was written on Wednesday, the 26th of September, 1962. As I was just on board a ship that was going to London, I had a government bursary to study drama, to be an actress at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. Wednesday, 26th of September, 1962. The ship's departure was delayed, but I was still one of the last passengers on board. The gangway had been taken down. I was late because we had one last party and sang more songs. I went up the cruise gangway. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Me kia ora tātou.
He mihi tēnei ki a koutou katoa, kua whakarauika mai ki tēnei whakarewatanga, ki te whakanui i tō tātou nei rangatira, i Barbara Ewing. Ka nui te mihi ki a koutou katoa. I'm so pleased to be the one sort of officially launching Barbara Ewing's wonderful book, 1 Minute's Crying Time, because I couldn't put it down. I was probably at least once a chapter going, yes, I get it, I understand. Barbara and I, obviously, though of different generations, have so much in common. Our love of performing arts, and also, of course, our love of te reo Māori. And the insights, I think, that it has given us to life here in Aotearoa. I found the book moving and frank and sort of horrifying, seeing a time of New Zealand that I possibly was lucky enough not to have been born into, but which Barbara navigated with extraordinary strength and fortitude. So I want to say huge congratulations to her. I hope you all get a chance to read the book. It's just wonderful. And I would now like to officially declare 1 Minute's Crying Time by our Barbara Ewing officially launched. Whakanuia. Kia ora, Barbara.